I know that one time when I walk out of this mine here and I don't have my rifle up, there will be one of those stupid mutts here trying to bite my face off. I have this feeling one of those mutts will come and bite me in the ass when I'm unloading the cargo here. It's inventory. I bet we got some stone that we can just dump. Oh no, 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 not my iron! Not my iron! Not my iron! Oh, come on! Run, 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 run. Oh yeah, thank you. Silicon. Oh yeah, whatever. It's closer to the base. Oh, what? Careful, careful, careful. No! No! We're turning over. No! Ah! Hi guys, and welcome back to a fantastic sunrise here in Space Engineers. Last time we built this here funny little rover. We called it the buggy. And today we are going to see if we can find some cobalt, because we need that to progress further. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right down to it. Okay, so let's first address a couple of issues with the rover. We called it the buggy. First of all, I think maybe I mixed up the front and the back wheel on the right side, so let's check that out. And another thing is that the way I set up the time blocks, it's when I park it, you set both batteries to recharge, so it doesn't work unless you are connected to something that has power, because the grid won't start up again. Or at least that's what it seems like to me. So let's figure that out first. Position ourselves above here on the right side, and when we turn off, we turn off all the wheels except right one. Turn that on. Yeah, you see, that's supposed to be right 4. I noticed that while rewatching the video. That's correct. So let's address this issue with parking the rover first, because I really enjoy having the option to park the rover inside a garage easily. So let's do that before we start going on a trip looking for resources. So I parked the rover here. So imagine that this will be more like a garage, and probably, yeah, let's say here somewhere we'd like to park the rover. So we want a piston coming out here ish. Yep. So 3. We want a piston coming out here. So do I have pistons anywhere? Luckily it's not part of that horrendous progression thing. Let's see. Dirty white. There. There's a piston welded up. Of course I'll conveyor this thing up as well. Okay, you know, we are going back into the hole, I think. I know that one time when I walk out of this mine here and I don't have my rifle up, there will be one of those stupid mutts here trying to bite my face off. So we'll call this piston rover connector. I want to raise it a little bit, so let's say reverse like this. And we are going to put a connector on top of that one. Conveyor. Curved conveyor tube. There you have it. It'll be facing this way. Interior plate. Okay. Do we have? We have interior plates. Perfect. So let's see. There. And the connector. There. Super. Let's finish these up. We're out of iron again. Okay. Back into the hole.
Inventory full.
Come on, you mutts. Maybe we have just enough. We do. So there we have it. So I'm going to lower this piston just enough so it aligns well with the connector on the buggy. And then I'm going to have a longer max distance, so if we need to, we can raise it and work from on the rover from underneath. Ooh, it's so responsive now when there is no load in this one. Handbrake on. Let's see. So one full block in Space Engineers is 2.5 meters, and so let's see now. We'll see what it is, and we need to lower it by about, how much is that? Quarter block. So what, 0.6 more or less? I was trying to access that. Is there somewhere we can access? Come on. Okay. Should I bother getting a button panel for this? Maybe. Button. What I need to is to build an antenna on the base so I can access it easily. So we'll put the button panel here, I think. And we want that to be R. What was the color again? Tangelo something. Luminous Vivid Tangelo, was that it? We're mining. I saw that flower move and I thought it was a wolf. Luminous Vivid Tangelo. So let's see this piston. But the max, what's our minimum? Okay, let's just reverse it first. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. 10 centimeters lower. So minimum distance is, so let's say 55 centimeters. Ah, that's perfect. Then we can have max distance of, so lifted one full block, so 2.5. See? Nice. Then we can set up the buttons here. So say that reverse here. Well, that's the only button I think we need. So we go to the, no, sorry. This panel, button 4. We name it up / down. Set up actions, piston, to number 4. Oh, here you can have extend and retract. Let's just put reverse. Plank. There. And once this is conveyed up to the rest of the base, we can unload or load the rover here. That'll be perfect. So let's see now. Wait, okay, 9. Let's go 8 and 9. So now we're supposed to be connected. Let's see now if this works. We are connected. Okay, super. We can raise the rover like this. Let's just make a save of this. So 2, okay. So we can raise the rover. And it's also easier to check, you know, to see if starting this thing again has any effect. So 1. Yep. It works. Let's see what the batteries were set to. So the batteries, they are on discharge. That's perfect. Maybe I should do a mining run now and let this... No, we don't. We are going to go and look for cobalt. That's what we are going to do. So let's see how well this works. So imagine you've done whatever you need to do. Coming back into the rover. Press 1 to fire up and go. Off she goes. Perfect. Perfect. I really should turn down the power of these wheels, because at some point I'm going to crash this rover if I keep driving with this amount of power on the wheels. So let's do that now. Wheels, power. Let's reduce the power to 26% up. 26% is great. So let's drive up that ridge there and see. When I rewatched the video, I saw there was an iron deposit under the lake, and I'm not sure I want to screw up my view of this area, to be honest. So let's drive up there and see what happens. You know, gives us a reason to go exploring a bit out here in the... probably we should have some signals on as well, so we'll actually see when it finds something. It's a little bit bright to go looking for those signals at the moment. Wow, look at this. We've settled in such a fantastic area. Check this out. You know, to be honest, I missed playing on the Earth-like planet, because, you know, while you have every cool things you can do in space, and the ships are more functional there and whatever, it's always really, really dark. Is there an ore patch there in that gully? Let's go see. Yeah, I really like the graphics of this game. Okay, my computer isn't all that, you know. Signals fully visible. Let's see if we can see some signals and see. Just the first ore we'll find, we'll just assess what kind of HUD setting we need to actually see that. Yeah, look at this. Look at the grass. The light. Wow, it's really nice. It's really nice. Okay, so it's detecting ice there. Normal display, fully visible. And even here we have, what did it say? So normal display, fully visible, and no names. Let's do no names. It's a cleaner display. Ice is not what we need now. We need cobalt. We need all ores, basically, but cobalt is the one we need most. Wow. Look at the scenery here. I thoroughly enjoy this. You know, early part of the game, we're still mucking around in a rover. There's still a reason to explore. But with this kind of terrain, wow. There's always a reason to explore, right? Oh, let's see. We're on rough terrain. Ah, but the rover handles it like a champ. Look at this fantastic little rover. So we are starting to get, you know, quite far from the base already. And I'm wondering if, you know, it's starting already to, you know, to become too far to be a feasible, or more like, not say feasible, but an effective mining location. Check this out, the O2 is low here. Are we that high? That's cool. So we're not picking up anything. I don't have any mods installed that's supposed to screw up the spawning of the ores, so yeah, look at this, guys. The mountains in the background. Our base is not much to look at the moment. That'll change, of course, when we get La Caseta Blanca more built up. See, can we traverse this terrain here? We can try. Oh! What was that? Is that part of our vehicle falling off? I think we lost one of those interior lights. Let's check it out. I said that those were going to be murdered if they were there. Oh, it wasn't. Did we lose anything vital? Sometimes the grids in Space Engineers are really fragile. Other times they can handle a lot of beating. See, is there anything here that needs repairing? Let's say 6. It's repairing something. Well, let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. So, 5. Oh, maybe we crashed the headlights there. Off we go. Buggy the rover. So let's try to find a way back down to the lake. And we start looking at either end. Oh, magnesium! We have magnesium. Magnesium, we need magnesium for bullets. Okay, so we need bullets to kill off those pesky critters. And I saw a dip. Does that mean that there's a lot of magnesium around here? Any hoozles? Let's park here. Let's drop a GPS marker. Get this. Known signal. New Earth. What is it? MG? MG, I think so. And let's simply dig down there and start looking for this. Right-click mining, trying to keep an inclination that I'm able to walk up. Okay, so this is too steep. I don't like the idea of being stuck down a mine without any way of getting up. There it is! Lovely magnesium. We'll grab an inventory of this and then we'll head on. I think ammunition is basically what you need in magnesium for. I may be mistaken, of course. I often am. So that's one full inventory of magnesium. And I think, did we know that, no, the cockpit isn't hooked up just yet. So I'll have to transfer it like this. Okay. This will do. Okay, we don't need the lights just yet. So let's continue. Silicon. You know, don't we really? I mean, we get silicon from mining stone, but usually in the same kind of area. Now, what I'm doing now is trying to walk down the hill, so I'll find a space where I can. I lost it. There it is. So I can drill more or less straight in here to get to the silicon. Have to remember to try not to drive into this hole. Silicon ore. SI. Very good. So grab an inventory of this as well. One trick I usually do is that I'll kind of right click mine into somewhere that's, well, I'm right click mining away the silicon, so that's not the trick here. The point is I go somewhere that I don't, or an area where it's close to where I don't mine the other stuff, and I make a little bit of an indentation or a hole like this, and I'll just use this as a place to drop stone. This is just one of those few hand mining techniques I use, because you always, right, I can fit 10k with silicon here. I don't want to carry any stone. You know, stone I can get down by the base, by La Casita Blanca. So let's drop another, oh sorry, let's drop another GPS here. I always mark the positions with Earth because, yeah, let's say it's great later when you're in space and you don't have to redo all of those GPS points or GPS markers. Look at this cool little trench here that we can follow. So there's enough silicon in this area, that's for sure. But that is not what we need. That is not what we need. There's a lake down there. I haven't really tested what kind of an inclination this guy can do. I mean, like, sideways. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's a nice little rover. Check it out. Check out the mountains, you know. Reminds me of my home, actually. Is that rock down there? Is that a meteor? Let's get down and check it out. I think it may well be. So let's see. Iron, perfect. We have an iron meteor here. Maybe it's time to turn the lights on. Is the day that short, or are we just in a shaded area here? So this is an iron meteor. Inventory. I bet we got some stone that we can just dump. Oh no, 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 not my iron! Not my iron! Not my iron! Oh, come on! Run, 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 run. Oh yeah, thank you. We really need to find an underground iron deposit.
Inventory full.
Maybe I shouldn't throw away the stone. No, maybe I'll just keep it since I've already picked it up, you know. I might. Are we full already? Oh well, we're not keeping the stone then. That's. I thought we could. Oh, this is. Oh, sorry. This is just the connector. Yeah. Yep. All of this goes into here. You know, you get so spoiled when you have your huge drill ships, and finally in Space Engineers you have so much resources that you don't really need to think about these things. So it's kind of fun to start over again and have these needs. My thinking for keeping the stone is that since I've already gone through the hassle of picking it up, I might just keep it. Let's keep going till we have 10k of iron before we drop a GPS location here and move on. Because what we really are looking for, as we know, is cobalt. So we had 10k iron. That's enough. Let's move off. No, we need to drop. Wow. Look at this guy. Nice. Let's drop a GPS marker here. Let's keep going. We'll turn on our headlights now. Look at this. The terrain here is so cool. I'm so happy with this starting position, guys. You know, we could make one of those shrines to Clang and put a large ship or detector on a small ship, but you know, it's nice to do a little bit of exploring and I don't know, just enjoy the game in its simple form for once. See if we can traverse this gully here, this ravine in the dark. Oh, are we going to get stuck now? Let's see. No, that's... Look at this. This is so cool. This is so cool. Silicon... Oh, yeah. Whatever. It's closer to the base. Oh, what? Careful, careful, careful. No! No! We're turning over. No! Ah! Okay. So these situations is the reason why I have those these situations are why I have those gyros on this thing. So let's see if we can't try to. We need to roll. So do I have my gyros up here? No, I don't. They are supposed to be on 7. So okay, G gyros. Let's toggle them on and off on 7. Toggle on and off. What we do then is that we go into, so make sure they're off there. So we go and find the gyros and we put them to full roll. Max power, override controls, and the roll override to this side is massive. So let's see now, 7 and off. Ah! Okay, try again. 7. Oh, up, 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 up. Is this working? No. Well, it's not working. I can see that, but let's try again now. Let's see. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, okay. That's a reload. No. Oh, when did I? So I'm 1 hour and 8 minutes in. Are you telling me I kind of saved after I did this? Okay. The hell? That went airborne. Well, it's right side up, but we lost all the ore. Forget it. Are we just spinning on the ground now? Is that what's happening? That's strange, because that's not the roll direction, but okay. Gyros. Let's keep this like this. Turn them on. And let's try to pitch forward. Is it on? No. No pitching. Okay. So let's try like... No, that's not. Okay, so how about if we try like this? Okay. Maybe we can do like this now. Yes! Okay, so that was more exciting than it had to be. Turn them off again. What is the situation here? Are we like oh yeah, that's right. We're kind of low on the suspension, are we not? That's the suspension height. So let's see here now. Up a bit. Super. And down again. And well. So we are back up. Ooh. Ooh. What's this? We should be able to traverse this. maybe. Oh! Face plant into... This area may be too narrow for us. You know, it may just be too narrow for us. I can't help it, I have to try. So maybe we'll try to, instead of jamming the car there, maybe we'll try to like go up on one side. Maybe not, maybe this will work. Wow, it did! How cool is this? It's a little rover that could. We are back. Well, we didn't find any cobalt though. More magnesium here, we already found that. So we have a lot of valuable ore. We could go back with that. Let's continue. Let's save now once we're safe from that mountain trip. But okay, let's go back up into the mountain and look for more ore. But we'll try to stay away from those gullies or whatever, those ravines, ditches, whatever you want to call them. For now, at least while it's still dark outside. So so we may want to lower. I'm sorry. No, I'm hammering up. Almost driving into my ice mine here. May want to lower that. Gee, what's the... Sorry, what's the battery saying? Batteries. Because I'm hammering that. They're on auto. They're supposed to be on discharge. I'm wondering why I couldn't control the grid back there. I should be able to control the grid. I'm not. It's saying there's a ownership issue, which I can't figure out why. It's a typical Space Engineers bug, this, by the way. The advantage of ore, we're looking for ores while it's dark, is that it's easier to actually see those signals come up on the HUD. But that's the only that's the only advantage as well. Of course, we don't, you know, we don't want to be too far away from the base. It's not really practical. And driving all the way down to that ice where we mined ice in the last episode, it was quite far. So let's head over to the other side of the lake here and look for ores along the edge of the lake on that side, closer to those mountains. Oh, come on, don't. Oh, thank you. We'll lower the speed on the ice here a bit. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. There's lots of stuff here. What? Ice? Silicon, magnesium. Ice, okay, it's just magnesium and silicon. I want this lake to be my airfield. By the way, if I haven't told you guys that. Wow, look at the night sky in this game. It's fantastic. Yeah. Can we speed up a bit without doing any funny stuff? Wow, this lake is really wide. I thought it was long, but it's wide as well. So we'll speed up a bit more. let's try to drive along here looking for ores. Imagine there's ore deposits in this mountain or somewhere. I know there's no actual I know that the ore generation is more or less random, or at least I think that's what it is, so it doesn't affect it that there's an actual mountain there. But I mean, we can roleplay it a bit. We can RP it a bit. Come on, Cobalt. We want Cobalt. Cobalt, and you know, I wouldn't scoff at getting some uranium somewhere as well. But for the time being, Cobalt, or the lack of Cobalt, is what is holding us back. Turn Bob off because he's making noises. A wonderful drive around our lake here. There's an iron deposit, underground iron deposit. Fan-freaking-tastic. It's not that deep either. So why am I making such an a fuss of there being an underground deposit? You know, since, I mean, we found that meteor over there. Well, the problem with those meteors is that, well, they're only that basic rock or whatever, and the way I understand it, they tend not to be that dense. So I may be wrong in this, but let's see. Remember that the color of the iron in that rock, that surface rock, was quite mixed with the stone. So let's see what it is down here. I don't know. I can't really tell the difference. Anyway, these underground iron deposits usually are so big that, I mean, this area here, this will probably be our iron mine for the foreseeable future, you know. It will cover all our iron mine or iron needs probably as long as we stay on the Earth-like planet. We'll do like we did for the other places. We'll grab an inventory and then we'll head on. Just making a hole to dump the rock into. So the stone. Off it goes. That's it. And we're off. No wolves around here. I have this feeling there one of those mutts will come and bite me in the ass when I'm unloading the cargo here. So let's drop another GPS marker. I'll just take this one and note that this was a rock. I hear steps, like chick chick chick. Can't see anyone. I wonder why we haven't seen any wolves yet. I really wonder why we haven't seen any wolves yet. Oop. Okay, we don't want to tip this thing over again. Ooh, what a cool area. What's this? There's actually, like, okay, so it dips a little bit down here. I'm not going to complain of the fact that that's not realistic. I mean, this being a game and whatever. And it's not like I've got realistic inventory settings or whatever, but the game needs to be playable, you know. It needs to be playable. There needs to be a balance between the hassle and enjoyment, you know. Like you see, typically when people do their second season or whatever, they will have more more mods that will do stuff for them or make stuff easier, you know. But that's not necessarily because you don't really enjoy those aspects. I mean, I certainly enjoy a little bit of, you know, operating my mining drones or whatever, but you want to, you know, maybe spend time on other aspects of the game. Oh, careful now, careful now. Oh, what do we do? Ah! Okay, well, yeah. You can see the windmill of our base over there. So let's look a little bit. This looks like there's like a ridge going on here. Let's see. This is what a cool area. You know, I know I've said it before, but I really am happy with the starting area. You know, look over there. There's La Casita Blanca Nueva. Fantastic. Fantastic. You know, it's a bit risky driving around at night. And especially, you know, I should rotor mount some spotlights that are pointing at about the 30-degree direction out to the right and the left, so that we get a bit more of a, you know, a bit better spread on the lights. We actually see where we're going, and maybe even have a couple of forward-looking interior lights as well, because the light spread from the interior lights are quite good. It's like a little bit of a river. Oh, silver! Silver! We have found silver! I don't know what we need it for just yet, but I just remember that silver is such a hassle to find sometimes. And I've actually had bigger problems finding silver than finding gold in some playthroughs, you know. So that is a good find. Is that a wolf? No, it's just... I don't know what it is. Ah, screw it. Come on. Let's just head down to pay dirt. Come on. Yeah, like I said, in some playthroughs I've had a more difficult time finding silver than I've had finding gold. Then again, it's probably down to luck sometimes. So, a nice big deposit of silver. And we still haven't found cobalt. Wow, some winding ways to get. Scan for wolves. I heard a wolf. I heard the howling. But it was far away. What's AU? Is that... No, AG, that's silver, I think, isn't it? Oh, it's night. This area is fantastic during night. Check out the sky. And we will rule those stars. We will rule those stars. And we have struck gold. So I'll do what I did with the other ores. I'll grab an inventory of this and we'll continue looking. So we found the silver. But we still have no cobalt. Can we traverse this terrain? Yes, we can. I wonder if we can access our base from this side. We probably can. I really enjoy driving around in this rover. We need some better lights for it, and I want some armaments on it, of course, because, you know, that's a given. And we want to shoot some of those mutts that we got prowling around this area that won't show themselves. But we know they're there. Oh yes, we know. Okay, X88. Blank. soon we will be able to just park, connect with this, and have Issy just withdraw all our ores. Inspect the rover for damage. All the lights are on. Everything seems to be fine. Let's go check out this rock. Surface rock, what's in it? Let's see if it's anything interesting. It's iron. I can't even be bothered to register that point as a GPS hit. So now we need uranium, and we need cobalt. Cobalt's at it. Do you guys know if uranium actually exists on Earth in these new saves? It'd be pretty weird if it didn't, though, but I hope it does. I sure hope it does. Well, I'll be driving around in the little rover, and I'll bring you back again if there should be anything of interest happening. Oh, no! What was that? That sounded expensive. Where's my bloody ore detector? Ah! It's not like the ship's any good without an ore detector. Oh, well, you know, get back and fix this thing then. I gotta learn to be more careful going over those kind of hills like that. Rocky outcrops or those ridge lines with those gullies. You know, just like this. Because sometimes you can see they're brown in color, but some of these patches are okay to drive over. Some are not. You see our base down there, La Casita Blanca. Don't say I can't learn new things. I learned the Alt middle mouse button to deposit ores and components. So let's get this buggy up on the lift here and effect some repairs on it. There. So let's try to assess the damage here. We have all the lights, So we hit with the spotlight and with the ore detector. So okay, so the ore detector is placed in let's call it somewhat of an exposed place. How about we put it under here for now? It may be a bad location as well, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think the Gatling gun takes 6 spaces, so it's not. There's no room up there. I could just grind down this beacon. It's not like I'm ever going to use that. I think. So, ore detector, bang. So ore detector is back up and running. I was thinking we just move this, put that one in front here, and then try to armor up this area a little bit, maybe, so it can take a hit. Well, for now, we'll just do this, and this. What was that music? Dugga 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 dugga, there was something. So wolves around. So let's lower the rover and prepare for a new trip. First, we need to check that the new parts are, you know, named correctly and so forth and so on. And we are ready to rock and roll again. If I put a blueprint and a projector, or a projector and a blueprint on this, I could load some parts in the build and repair system, and then the naming, the blocks that will, if the blocks get, like say the spotlight there, if it got broken again, it will have the same name when it's rebuilt by the build and repair system, so you don't have to fiddle around with the timer blocks and so forth again, you know, which is quite good. You know, guys, I just found nickel, but cobalt! We have cobalt! Finally, we have cobalt. Look at this. See that down there to the right? We have cobalt. That means we can progress. So let's see if we can find anywhere where it's quite deep. It's 60 meters. Let's see if we can get this closer. 50, so it means it's straight down here somewhere. Okay, so this vein here is more or less straight beneath us, so let's see if there is anything we can do to attack this from a better angle. Say from down this hill, for instance. Wow, it's a bit steep here. More silver. We already have silver. Now we lost the cobalt. Let's see if we can get it back again on our... So there it is. Okay. We leave the buggy here because I should get that signal from the buggy no matter where I move. So we can move more down the hill, so we don't have to dig that much down. See, so basically 92 meters in here. How much are we looking at? So the horizon is there. So more or less in a straight line in here we should be finding the cobalt. By the way, sorry for the noise in the background. But the unbearable noise from that drill in my ears. Come on, let's turn down the volume here a bit. Yeah, perfect. So we're digging for cobalt. Finally. Cobalt! Oh, I don't know, some clipping there. We're looking through the world. Even though we're digging into the planet, we're on top of the world now because we have cobalt. Well, like with all the other ores, we'll grab an inventory of this, I guess. We will mark the entrance of the cave here, and we now have. We got gold, we got silver, we got nickel, we got iron, we got magnesium. We haven't found uranium yet on the planet. And, you know, guys, please, if any of you know, is there uranium on the planet, or has uranium been removed from the spawning algorithm on the Earth-like planet after they introduced the hydrogen engines? It would kind of make sense if they did it like that, but I don't know. Cobalt, look at this. It looks like the magnesium. The cobalt. So that is us done with the ore gathering for now. We have all the ores, I think, except uranium and platinum, of course. I'm still wondering whether uranium is available on the Earth-like planet. I'm actually starting to doubt that, you know. Oh, careful! Oh, oh. I'm actually starting to doubt that, you know. But you know, I've got wolves turned on, and I haven't seen a single wolf. There's more nickel. We found nickel. I found that off camera. I didn't bother to film it. There's more silicon. This area here is really nice. Check this out. Check out this. Wow. Check this out. Maybe it's here we came down the other day. I don't know. You know, where I kept tipping and all kind of unpleasant things. So, I guess we'll bring the stuff back home. Get the progression towards the turret done. Get this thing armed up so we can have some kind of protection against those dirty mutts that we keep being paranoid about. Yeah. Check this out. Check this out, guys. Check out this area. The mountainous terrains. It's like a combination of Switzerland and Norway and New Zealand. And space engineers and sci-fi and Minecraft and all kinds of weirdness. Fantastic. We'll just keep the throttle down up this hill. We're not heavily laden by any stretch of the imagination. We'll get back to what the sad excuse for base we have here. We'll get down to this later. Now get this thing armed, get our priorities right, make some kind of drilling ship so we don't have to run around like a fool with the hand drill, because that sucks, you know. Bang. Connect. There we are.